Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Last time we set up our Duceni as a town, providing workers to our clothing factory, and they were also instrumental in keeping Kaminari mostly safe during a heating crisis. And the heating crisis was caused by a fuel crisis, which prevented the buses from reaching the factory area, which is also the site of the heating. And yeah, they almost froze to death. But now we have a dedicated fuel storage area on site. We have larger trucks running the fuel delivery. And we can fill it up to an appropriate level, so we shouldn't have any issues with that anymore. What's coming up today? Probably working towards Slopolatsk, a town which only has the purpose of managing 2 prisons. A little bit bleak, but it has to be done. We have some criminal elements in our city, in our cities and villages and towns, and we need to handle them, and building small prisons everywhere kinda works, but also I'd rather centralize that aspect. So yeah, we'll have people living over here, making sure that our incarcerated population is treated well and handled efficiently. It has been already planned out fully, I think. We'll see what I forgot. I need to move the name tag to the center of town, which is probably going to be next to the bus stop again. And then we'll prevent our population from moving into the residential structures as soon as they become available. Because we're close to our free flat limit. Like, at some point in the near future we will have 21-year-olds without their own flat again. But the other thing that needs to be done is starting to plan the area for Messina, which is going to be our technical university town. And the technical university town will require a technical university, which might come as a surprise to many of you. So we shall consider a technical university as the centerpiece of this area. I might redo the tunnels to fit this, but I think the tunnels are already looking pretty good centered here. They're slightly slanted, but that's fine. I don't have any vehicles to flatten the area, so I could have the technical university over here with a bus platform and then another bus platform here, connect them through the road as a main road, so I don't have to flatten too much. What's the distance? That's more than 400 meters. So we might have another bus stop or bus platform on this side as well. The technical university town needs slightly higher capacity than the medical one. Theoretically, because more people can work there. 450 in total versus 300 in total here. But it can have less students, so more about the research, I guess. I guess we're gonna get some construction equipment on site to start flattening the area. A lot of flattening will need to be done. I think the road is fine, we'll still build that. And after that, we have the construction equipment close, and we can make adjustments as necessary to the area. We do have a technical service over here now. I would like a dedicated water and sewage truck. And maybe 2 snowplows and waste trucks. And then copy over the settings from here. Should be good. How's the food production? Food production is okay. Money is also not looking too shabby. Almost able to repay a full loan, but yeah, as I said, we need at least 500,000, I think, in the bank to be ready for a surprise electronics import. But we're getting there. Exported some food. Wait a minute. That was 100 tons. We should only be loading excess food, not all food. %, yeah. It's also set to unload food here for imports. For some reason it decided to do an export right now. Not sure why. It's running again, what the hell? Stop doing exports. Okay, we're gonna turn off the imports. I don't know what's going on here. Let's also turn off the exports of food. That's not what's supposed to happen here. We need food to feed our people, and only slight amounts that are missing need to be covered by some imports if possible, if necessary. Quite the high amount of students. With our prison town, we're gonna get the option to set a minimum loyalty requirement for our students, and that'll be helpful in weeding out a few of them. Okay. few more trees around here. Finalize the look of the city. Yeah, that should look fine. That's enough greenery, I think. Right, we also need high voltage cable. 4 megawatt, gonna be fine. There's also some earth on top of my train tracks. Get rid of that. Seems to all be in place. Still need a distribution office for the area. Okay, that's looking better. Some food. And hopefully we keep some of that now to use in our own town. Okay, this name tag can go away for now. Wow, that's a lot of people here. I'll have to see. I think I might have to import fertilizer again for our fields if the biological waste doesn't turn into fertilizer fast enough, but it seems like we have a decent amount. I'm just not sure if our farms are going to make use of it. Okay, we have 200% fertility. Seems like it's going alright. We might have enough fertilizer next year. How much is the liquid fertilizer? Is really expensive comparatively, right? 211 tons. 211 rubles per ton. Well, I guess we can't produce it because we don't have the research for it, but if we were to produce it, it's mostly water. And only 0.3 tons of chemicals per 17 tons. Chemicals are expensive. It's probably gonna be slightly profitable to do it yourself, but would need to set up infrastructure. And we don't have the research right now anyway, so no point in worrying about it right now. Could grow this area for more people, but the food factory was sometimes already full. I guess not consistently. Plus we now have a prison here. Hopefully we can get rid of the prison soon. I don't even know what happens to the prisoners if you bulldoze a prison. Do they all get relocated, or are they suddenly free? Looks like this area is full. So I have to maybe build the additional residential structures that I said I would. But I didn't leave myself much space here. would like some large-scale residential structures. Different layout. Sure. That seems feasible. Footpath is in the way. Oh, we're gonna leave that area open then, I guess. I will have to redo the terrain a little bit, if it lets me. Yeah, it really flattened that area out, holy crap. No regard for existing stuff. And it's still doing it. Yes, please raise. Please raise. Okay, almost. Yes, thank you. Can I... this will work. Getting the terrain back up a little bit. Make it look a little bit more natural, maybe? Maybe. Still quite steep. Well, the bus platform is going to be in range of everything, so that's nice. That's really steep. Okay, gouge truck has to drive in from this side, I guess. Yeah, get a few more residential structures up. Fill in the population a little bit more. And see if we have a few more workers for our food factory. Okay, let that develop. Okay, Duceni, you're complaining. Yes, we don't have any statues here at all. I can see that. No, not true. We do have one statue here. Well, some more statues for that area. Production stopped. Ah, that's fine. So we don't need a lot of clothing per year. Consumption of citizen goods, 46 tons of clothing. And we already almost have that in our storage, so we're gonna be fine. We did almost run through all of our crops. Export of crops could probably be stopped. But then again, I don't know that we're gonna produce a full 11,000 per year. It was only 7,000, so it shouldn't run full. Might need another farm if we want to run these production lines at full capacity. We're not going to export food. We are going to export alcohol and clothing, maybe. Clothing was the one thing I thought I would not export. It does give very good amounts of money. Definitely have to not run out of food. This should warn me if we are out of food. We're not importing food, and this should never be out of food once we start supplying food over there consistently. Is there really a lack of food? I probably just scrolled over the storage. No, we have enough here. Okay. So the next food delivery will start filling up our food storage. We've been exporting consistently, which is good for money, but bad for the reliability of our republic. Just let it construct slowly. It's fine. Or is it? Well, once we get into town, I can't really hook anything up. It's all surrounded by footpaths, and we'll just have to wait. Yeah, food storage is gonna run full at that rate very soon. And then I guess we have workers sitting in there just not doing anything. Maybe I should just set up another farm so we have the crops available and I don't have to worry. That strikes me as a good idea. Set this back to 70%. There could also be another farm here. We do have a lot of room left. Problem of course being, how do we hook it up to the rail network? We could let the train line run through this field across the road. We could hook it up to this rail line, I guess. Have another farm here with a grain silo like this. And then a farm over here. Yep, sure. That should work. And the grain silo is long enough to accept any length of train. So all we need to do is put a way to change lanes in front of it. And then hope that we can signal it up. Got to put the signals in first, I guess. So I know what room we are dealing with. Okay, 36 meters, sure. Chain signal here so we don't block the road. Fire access from the main road for the silo and the farm on the other side. Almavari's shop is out of goods. That is just capacity issues because we're out of power. So presumably we did that import of electronics that I was talking about. Yep. There it is. Didn't have the money ready. Alright. And then you need a bunch of fields, basically. I don't think the farms are gonna organize themselves. Not much traffic at that customs house. We're just gonna use the asphalt road as access for our farming vehicles as well. It's gonna be fine. And then I guess I can either alternate the trains or... How am I gonna do that? It's gonna be a lot of fields. That is going to be a lot of fields. And maybe another farm over here at some point with more fields along the hill. Along the hill. This farming area will probably grow quite big. But if we have that many crops, then we can use all of our capacity for food, clothing and alcohol production and don't have to worry. Fire station access here is a little bit further away. I might have to make one road asphalt, like this curved road here, following the train tracks. I assume the rail line can be hooked up. I should probably check that. Hope that we have enough space to link up the diamond switch. It's too sharp, but this way works fine. I don't know what you... game. Now, signal's gonna be here. Okay, all farming vehicles will have to come back into the farm this way. There will have to be a road around here and then lots and lots of fields. I'm not sure how this is going to balance the fields between each other. If a farm can't handle it and another one, if it will auto-assign itself to that field, I don't know. crop production should not be where our nation fails. We should make enough crops. We should keep our food production as high as possible. We should send as many workers into the food factory as we can. And we should probably also export clothing if we can produce it en masse. So clothing import is not something we need anymore. It should all be export focused. Clothing export is also a thing of the past. Import. Clothing export, however, I'm gonna do that. If we have more than 80%, you may export clothing. We still have some of the imported clothing stored up, so we'll reach that quicker than we thought. But it's still going to take a few months. So close to turning down the citizen reactions. What are you complaining about? You have loyalty, you have happiness. I don't know. They all have a decent chunk of criminality is the thing, I guess. That courthouse is quite busy. Only a few cases ran into statute of limitations, so we're still dealing with some criminality. But both courthouses should be able to handle that, I think. Gotta go through plenty of cases. Yeah, I think no more food exports. Alcohol, clothing, sure. Those are not imminently dangerous. But food, don't want to toy around with that, I don't think. Until we produce so much more that, yeah. We'd have a huge amount of workers sitting around idle unnecessarily, but right now we don't, so we won't. Maybe I should just turn off the loyalty and happiness warnings. I think we've probably reached a population number where that might be possible. Alright, game, you convinced me. General settings, happiness, loyalty. There you go. Get rid of these warnings. Now we have to look for them if we think we have any issues, rather than getting bombarded with them as messages. Is there any other settings that I would disable? Traffic jams, no, no. Train signals. I mean, that includes like train traffic jams, so that's like a double-edged sword. Oh no. Health, unemployment, ambulances, heating, electricity. Yeah, the rest will leave on, but loyalty and happiness, not right now. If we have any issues, we'll take a look around and see what we can find. But I've been clicking those messages away way too much. And the alternative would have been reducing citizen reactions, and I don't know. Would have probably also worked, but would have probably also made the game easier. So instead of getting information pushed towards us, now we're pulling it. And when we notice an issue, we have to look for it. Like stagnant population growth or something. We'll have to go around and see that, oh my god, this town is like unlivable. And it's been like that for 10 years, we have to change it. And then we'll change it. Okay, got our 3 farms. Lots of room to work with. This whole hillside can be filled up with farms, it looks like. So we'll see. Yeah. We don't have any signals here, so that's gonna be a thing then. Like, we don't have any way for the trains to travel back, so we'll have to manually make them move. Volcanic any heating plant, stop production. Yes, it's too warm, I know. It's still fine. Oh, we got a full train of toxic waste from Brospin. Neat. We're not overfilling Brospin with toxic waste, right? It still takes like a year or more to fill up. Yeah, there's plenty of space. No problem. The mixed waste is fine too. Got about 80 tons. Might need 2 trains at some point. But right now it's working fine. I wonder if I should set up a gravel recycling plant, for the fact that I would then be able to recycle all of the gravel waste from, for example, iron mines and coal mines and surrounding buildings, rather than just selling it. We even have some metal scrap in here. I assume you're not... Oh, you are actually producing metal scrap. Well, I guess you are an iron mine, so some metal scrap, I guess, is to be expected. What else do we have? Biological waste. I don't think that makes sense to recycle from here. We're just gonna leave that in the mixed waste. Metal scrap goes to the customs house, because we don't have any technology. The only thing we could handle is the construction waste, aka chunky gravel. I don't know, we're not doing that right now. Maybe in the near future. It's so nice not getting bombarded with messages, but I'm also living in fear of missing something. I don't know. I guess we could like play like we could play with, where is it? That's just building types. There's a happiness overlay, right? Yes. Play like that. Oh yeah, you're fine. You're okay-ish. You're okay-ish. 54 is pretty low. But you're a village, so I don't care. City's okay. There's some low happiness over here though. That looks okay. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. A little low-ish. Village. City is okay. Yeah, can probably work like that. And loyalty. Lots of unknown loyalties, and the cities are not looking too hot either. Gotta work on work on that education system with the minimum loyalty required. So we do have a lot of people with no university education anymore. I did have a lot of migrants in Kaminari. So they're probably going through the process of their descendants getting a university education if necessary. But yeah, should not be a problem. Everyone can get one in Brospin right now, and soon we'll have a technical university. Soon being in air quotes again. Speaking of which, the road to Messina has been created, so we can get our road depots / reconstruction offices in the area. Don't think I had anything else here, so we're just gonna start relocating. We'll see how they sort themselves and then organize them after the fact. We also should implement a fuel storage here, because some of them will stop working if they don't have fuel. Alright, technical university in this area. I don't want to flatten too much, that can get excessive. But I do want to start flattening out a little bit of the town center on this side, which is going to be in the valley once the vehicles get here. I'm just gonna start like in the beginning and probably get all the vehicles here. Where do I still have a construction office left though? When I started placing them. That one. Okay. All of you are going to be relocated as well. You have fuel again, so you can go back on the bus route. Yeah, I think we're gonna start working here, like, as if it's the start of the map. But with already existing infrastructures, so resources, gravel, asphalt, concrete, and then get all the vehicles that we need. Start with 3 construction offices and put something in place. And the workers will come from... not Prospin. I think they will come from Kaminari. Okay. And I'll need a bunch of dump trucks. I could probably also allow them to drive over there. Help with that construction right now. Okay, so we have FCO road construction. Should wait for vehicles to do work. We have some bulldozers. We're gonna get excavators. All of them on their way very, very slowly. Yeah, then we have to start designing a city layout. Technical University being nested in here with a large bus platform. Residential commercial area towards the hill. Residential area climbing over the hill with footpaths, I think. And then something over here. So it's gonna be a larger town. That's gonna be our town limit. Well, it's gonna be wider than that, I think. But it's gonna be one residential area. Maybe we'll move the Technical University closer to about... I would like to cover everything with 2 bus platforms, really. So we have to put the center here, move out, and then have a bus platform at the exit of this tunnel. And then somewhere over here, let's see. Tunnel to tunnel. Around 590 meters. So we'll have 600 meters, so 300-ish. That'll be the center. Yeah. So we're planning for large bus platforms. A bus station. That might be overkill. 6 vehicle stations, 2,000 workers. I mean, this is the center of our nation. That is going to be the thing. It also only has one entrance, which is probably a good idea. So that's going to be the centerpiece on either side of the tunnels, and then from there on out 300 meters ish, so about here. And then this whole area will be covered by bus platforms. And that means we have to build the Technical University in that area. Probably on the other side of the bus platform next to the tunnel. But flattening that out, gonna be slightly annoying. But yeah, maybe we can have our residential area mostly over the hill. That will be... it'll look interesting. And maybe it'll work. Okay, so I need dump trucks. We were using the trailer version. I need concrete. Not right now, but I need dump trucks for roads, definitely. I don't need concrete for roads. I think we're just gonna start with the infrastructure and we'll get concrete mixers later. So I might set up one more road construction office. 2 pavers, 1 roller, 1 truck. Not sure yet. Oh, that's already road construction. That's machinery. And that's more machinery. Okay. Let me put in some limits. 300 meters. So just for visual clarity, limit. Limit. Can go slightly further out. Thought I made the circle as wide as possible, but doesn't want to. But yeah, that's about what we're dealing with. And then same thing on that side, I guess. This is not strict. This is high density limitation because of the bus platform. We can go past that. I don't want to overbuild this area, but I also want a lot of medium to low density housing across the hill, which is going to be interesting, I think. Oh yeah, and let's all give them personal vehicles, why not? Road is gonna be around here. Is that all the flattening you need? You sure? A little bit more here. Alright. Then let's do that again. Oh, they're refueling now. And yeah, on the left side, so bus station. Never used that one before, didn't know we had that. And on the other side, Technical University. I guess the Technical University could also be on this side, but I thought maybe here would be okay. Nested against the hill. That feeling when you got enough bulldozers. So convenient. Could have it here, I guess. Sure. Then this area will be shopping. Maybe halls of residences. I don't know where the 2-lane road is gonna go. I think we're just like primed to have a 2-lane road from this town. Come on. The excavators are doing other stuff over here. It's nice of them to help, but I wanted to do more planning. Anyway. Since it's the largest town in our republic, this is the town that's gonna get the large shopping centers. With warehouses handled by forklifts. I think. I don't even know if I will get high population density in the area, but I do want the large shopping centers, I think. Fuel delivery. I think I'm gonna turn that shopping center around. Only fuel delivery on this side, and then the goods for shopping come down this road. And that might come in on the side road, not on the main road for the city. I think that will be better. Wait, I had that one, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's the resource delivery point, that's the fuel delivery point, shopping area. A road for constructing this. And then this is not gonna be here. So I don't want people to like U-turn here if possible. This will be a large loop. So vehicles traveling here might have to go a little bit further. But that should help with traffic. And then we have a turnaround point somewhere here. Also need to level the terrain as needed. And we need to develop our area from this. It's already quite a lot of space used. And now the center of point is this one, kinda. Building residential. We can get footpaths over here, right? Yeah, we can use all of that area. So we have good coverage-ish up here. We'll probably try and make a road up here so we have a bus stop up here, maybe? How's the population doing? Population is still growing. We're fine. Okay, I think we made it. I think we did a clothing export, but I think it emptied out all of our clothing. 300 tons. Yeah. So now we have to produce up to that again. All of our clothing has been exported. I should really restrict our trains, I guess. Well, slight shortage of clothing, but also a chance for us to repay some of our loans. And we're down to 2. Back down to 3 million. And we have 1.5 in the bank. Did I not order dump trucks? Yes, I ordered them. They're on their way, building stuff over here, I think. All of these construction offices can also assign themselves up to 3 kilometers. I think we lost another... lost another road crane. Didn't I have 4 of those? Thankfully they are cheap. Okay, we got a vehicle here. Got one here. So it might make sense to get the concrete mixers and some open hull trucks, some additional open hull trucks. We already have 3 of them. Let me get the concrete mixers. Do we have a better one available now? 87 kilometers, 95 kilometers, so slightly faster. Less carrying capacity. No, I'm gonna stick with the JE. And open hull and covered hull. And maybe... maybe a bus. So I don't have to micromanage construction over here. So, 1 bus for you. Looks like building construction has started. Heating plant, sure. And we need a covered hull truck. And some open hull trucks. I think then we should be able to build Slopolotsk without any intervention from us. Maybe the population will grow back up to where it should be, and we can open up this town the same way we opened up Duseni. You need to wait to travel with with a truck. Don't drive there manually. So I don't have experience with like laying out cities over hills, but I really want to try it. We can get these buildings in place, we can get these buildings in place. These ones are also possible, but I don't know how they would look. This whole area up here can become that. And then I thought that maybe a road up here with a pub on top could be a funny thing. So we have this as a pub here, and a regular bus stop. And then we need to get the road down here somehow. Okay, that was easy. Why is it so easy to place the road here? I guess the slope is fairly gentle-ish. Anyway. The road will probably come around this direction. And then this we have to smoothen out so we can get the road across. But from here, Yeah, once we're up on the mountain, it's easy to get the road in, I guess. Wow. And then the road comes back down here and leads into this shopping area. Any other facilities? We don't have to have all of the facilities in the same area. But I think the first area we are building will have most of them. Cinema. We have a pub plant. We need an indoor swimming pool or a sports facility, in this case probably a large sports facility. 175 visitors for a large sports hall. I think that's going to be on the other side of town, so they will have to take a bus to it. We'll get a fairly large culture building in place somewhere. There is probably going to be a second level to this. So this is like the major area of this town, and then the surrounding area will probably not be flattened, but this might give it a nice core look for these buildings. We do need a hospital for sure. Probably on either side even. First hospital for our republic. We need a large police station. This area looks so overfilled already. And the problem is we don't have any high density buildings, so we're not going to start this area with a lot of people, but the technical university will develop us large density buildings, structures. So we'll have like small buildings strewn across the mountainside, and then we're slowly going to develop into large scale buildings that we are then going to put around this area in walking distance of the bus stop. I assume if this were asphalt you could be able to reach the pub. Going to be close, but there can be a footpath up here rather than directly to the road, so should be possible. If we have two large residential areas surrounding one pub is not going to be enough. But I do want this area up here to be somewhat rural looking in the middle of town. I'll probably turn that hospital. Fire station. I don't think we need the largest fire station. That one seems excessive, like 8 parking vehicles. I don't know. That's probably for a ginormous industrial area, not for us. But we can place it next to the hospital. Close this area off a little bit. This is all like just conceptualizing. These buildings might move, they might not move, I don't know. Then we are going to go with that. Still need the turnaround area, which is going to be outside. There's going to be like a way for them to loop around, so a little bit like a roundabout, but not that large, something like that. After it drops down the hill. I kind of want to make a road that only allows emergency vehicles to cross right over here to the other lane if they need to get to one of these. So maybe if I spread out the roads a little bit, I can get a road in between. That... No, actually I should just add this road here and make it a one-way road. From this side. Police doesn't matter that much, they can just drive around the loop, but yeah, if there's a vehicle here and it really needs to go to the... But that would only help for the... I need a U-turn possible here, otherwise they have to travel all the way through here to get to this side. A way for emergency vehicles to get across. So this should allow us enough room to get a road here, with the option of having a traffic sign on it. If this were... Let's remove it and place it back down though, otherwise it might bug, and there's a small bug right now. Yes, we can have traffic signs on such a road. And then prevent any vehicle, truck, but emergency vehicles could then turn around and get to the other area, instead of having to do a large loop. There's not going to be any other building here, so this is going to be enough. Sure. So this area is covered by emergency vehicles pretty much. Secret police isn't planned yet. That'll be probably something for the other area. Heating plant will need to be established. Water production, sewage handling. That lake will take sewage. We need our rail delivery area for all resources. Somewhere in this area. So another, like in Brospin, like a rail cargo station with all types of warehouses. I don't know about construction materials. I think construction materials can also show up somewhere, but not on that rail cargo station. That one's just going to be town supply, because this is going to be... It's supposed to be well supplied, and it's going to be right in the center of the map. So the rail cargo station, the trains can... This is a dead end. The only possible way out here is through there, or with a tunnel, I guess. And I can already see a Western Customs House. Oh, that's the other triple Western Customs House. Three-way rail connection. That's the only other one that we have on this map. So there might be a rail tunnel going through this mountain. So we can get access to that. Or we'll have to climb over this mountain and go through here, which might look a little bit more organic. Do you use a general separation plant? Feel like it's missing one factory connection. Hello, Kolthar. Not in this run. I'm limiting myself to one research per settlement. And so far I haven't gotten a technical plant yet. A technical university yet. So I haven't gotten any. But the general separation and the iron and aluminum... The aluminum one only has one connection. So I think it wants to be fed by trucks rather than rail. And you can pull the resources out from within the building. Doesn't have that much storage, but I think the import is already very large, so you can drive the waste in there, and then you put the other storage as an export. So you have a conveyor for all of the scrap, aluminum, etc. I usually only, when I run it through scrap separation and aluminum, you end up with mixed waste where you only can get the construction waste out of it. So the conveyor connection makes sense, only having one. But yeah, it requires you to do stuff with trucks, so you have to use distribution offices. I think it's fine. If everything has like enough connections, then it would be easier to set up, but I don't know. You could probably hook it up to a rail cargo station and just let it do its thing, if that were the case. But no, I haven't built one this run yet. But we might be working on it at some point. Still no 21-year-olds without their own flat. I assume population is fine. I'm not getting any warnings, because I disabled them. Did we get some clothing back? Not yet. They are working on it though. I might restrict my export train to a smaller size so that doesn't happen again. Maximum train length, let's do 100 meters. I don't see the wagon in here. I think it was 15 meters. Yes. So 30 for 2. 60 for 4, 90 for 6 wagons. 6 wagons times 100, 6 times 34 is 180 plus 24, so 204. That should not export all clothing if it happens again. But yeah, full length train was too much. Oh, okay, they've built the new residential structures and people have already moved in. That probably explains why we don't have any population growth yet. They can work in the food factory and distillery. I also need to make sure my farms work. I don't know how far they've gotten with that construction. Looks like not very far. So we're not gonna see that. I'm not gonna see that for this year, I don't think, unless they hurry up. You're stuck. You should be able to get a rail construction vehicle in here. I just probably have to assign you manually. And the other rail construction vehicle also seems to be stuck. I cannot really. Why not? Is that signal? Oh, is that signal too far? Remove that one. And that one, I guess. Put them back later, once construction finishes. I will get another fire truck here. If we have 3 farms here, I think having 2 fire trucks is gonna be a good thing, since we have a lot of investment in this area. I'm gonna get one of the better ones. Oh, that would be 35 workers. But I think speed and 26 workers is gonna be doing enough for us. JE300. High-speed fire truck in the rural area. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, we do have... wait. We do have vehicles now that hold 9 workers and drive 95 kilometers an hour. That would be perfect for our cities. Like, not cities, but like villages and towns. Because I'm usually going for 10 workers, and if we have 9 automatically, and they drive faster, that would be quite neat. Let's assign our other construction offices here as well as some additional workers. Traffic jam, snowplow. That appears to be a bug on a heating plant. That one is stuck. Call all of them home. I had that happen once before. I don't know what causes it. It was not reproducible on a save game. When you loaded the save game, the vehicle would just drive normally. That could be dangerous. Our mine making a lot of mixed waste and construction waste, and our processing plants as well. Most of that's just gonna burn off. And the construction waste is just gonna be sold, I guess. Good income. Last month we imported something again. More electronics. Didn't even feel it this time. Like 700,000. Well worth within our limit. Well within our limits. So we're fine. I also really like the raising of the terrain with the footpath around it. That put that in a quite good That gave it a quite good look, I think. So we need at least enough people to have them for the technical university. It can hold 150 workers. Times 3 means 450, so that's not a lot. But this town is also gonna accept a lot of people by virtue of being like the central town and there being villages around. Now that I think about it, the loop here, where the vehicles turn around, might also be the train station. And then we have a bus route from the train station to... in our loop bus route we have the train station in there as well. And maybe there'll be a train station over here as well at some point. Let's get rid of that footpath here. Give us a little bit of flattened terrain. Sure. I mean, that could be a roundabout where everything hooks up, why not? But it's not a roundabout, it's a... I guess it should be a roundabout. I wonder if that's going to be a use for our single lane roads. I have not used them yet. The roundabout being a single lane road. It looks kind of strange though, the single lane roads are very thin. Like they're exactly the size of one lane. So I don't know if a roundabout with that would look nice. I'm just gonna stick with a full-sized roundabout, I think. Maybe the on and off ramps could be a single lane. But I'm not gonna... I haven't messed with roundabouts in a while. We can upgrade to single lane at any point. Downgrading doesn't work without demolishing that all. Oh, we could also have a metro, but no. I think this town underneath the mountain is gonna do without a metro system. Train route going through here, the valley, and then splitting off into left or right. And that's just for bus transporting people here. We also need to put a bus end station somewhere. Probably on this side of the roundabout. And it might have to be a large one. Like the default end station kind of deal. Yeah, we can fit that here. On the start. No, on the end of the line. I don't think... Are we gonna have people go to the platform? If this town grows really large, then we will have the potential for workers coming to the train station and working elsewhere. I don't think there's going to be a chance of workers going to this area, but then again we will also have students coming to this area, probably by train. So in either way, the end station is going to be in the way. The end station might have to be on this side. So it goes bus platform, like the large one. No, that doesn't work either. I thought platform, end station and back to the platform, but some different sides. I guess we just have to go here, take another round, go into the end station and then come back out and pick people up again. It's gonna be a little bit extra traffic here. Not sure if that's gonna work well. They come in, do a left-hand turn, left-hand into the end station, and when they come out they just do right-hand turns until they get back to the train platform and then they go back up. This could be a source of like traffic issues here, but we'll see if it maybe works. Alternatively, I can give them a direct route from here straight through back to the train station and then to the roundabout. So we have the option of bypassing the roundabout back to the platform. So they go to the platform, bypass route, bus depot, back down and then roundabout. But that's something to be decided. We have the option here as long as we don't build anything. Remove the outer circle footpath. We don't have any residential structures, we don't have electricity yet. We don't have water, sewage. I think this area will get running water and sewage, like running water. And therefore high amounts of volume of sewage as well. But the sewage is going to be not a problem, I don't think. And water we can produce on site in the area. Could even produce that somewhere up on these mountains here. Just have another road going up here with some water wells, then let it flow down. Oh man, have another bus stop up there. Develop the town going up this mountain. Ideas. Are we gonna go with the 50 size buildings or smaller? I don't know what would look fine. I think this might be too large to fit on a hillside. Maybe these ones would work. I already have some experience with them. Hillside in Singriopol. They did not look too bad. And you can make the balconies face the downward slope. Could be something. Still no clothing here. Where is the clothing? I need 40 more tons. I guess the storage of clothing inside the town is also not going to get used up anytime soon, so should not sweat it. It's going to be fine. And the food storage might be filling up. Food storage is almost filled up. How did our harvest look? I thought we already had a year pass. So I guess we're gonna run out of crops soon. And yes, we need our new farms to compensate. But they won't come online for this sowing season. Okay, our garbage train's stuck here because of rail construction, but that one should be able to leave by itself. Just need to make sure that the remaining rail constructions are also completed. Not that many workers in the iron mine. This is full though. How's the bus route? To Basaya to Brospin. Less than 300. 5 buses should be enough. We have 7. But they are not high volume. But we should be able to pick all of the people up that need. Ooh. Yeah, we should be able to pick everyone up, right? Yes. The workers are not gonna get picked up, they just walk to the mine over here. So that's working. Also I think like 10 workers here is fine. Move 5 more people into the iron mine. It's fine. So the road connection might come in from a different side, it might come in this way. But this might be the road that brings in supplies. I don't really want to start any of this construction. Thankfully it's all paused based on default settings. Okay. So this is basically the road how you can get to the mountaintop if you want to. And then we'll also have a side road entrance here for supply vehicles. No personal vehicles, no buses. The buses will have to go through the roundabout main road. So we have to make a road connection somewhere here that hooks up into this area. Yeah, we might have a proper diagonal road here to Slobodlatsk, because they will have to get their university education from this town. In the future, at the start it will be from Brospin, or not Brospin, Kamenari. But Messina is going to be way closer. If I fill this up with small residential buildings, it's going to be a lot. Yeah, these ones have too much of a footprint, I think. And I did want to hook most of them up with footpaths on the hill. So like a grid of footpaths leading up the hill. The road being supply for the pub up there, but mostly footpaths. Do we have anything smaller? I don't think these buildings are made for what I'm trying to do with them. Well, these ones are nice, but they are very low capacity, only 12 workers. 31 would be much better. I have to start somehow. Let's see, center. We'll redo this footpath. I mean, this is all going to be asphalt road, so they can also go onto the asphalt road. This might even be asphalt road with like pedestrian footpaths. Probably. Alright. So we have like a house width in between them, even though I could build this closer. I'm gonna leave the space in between. And as long as they can get to the bus platform, they can then go here and reach anything in this area. Just need to make sure that no one waits over here, because there's not going to be a bus route to the upper area, or from the upper area just to here. No one's supposed to wait up there. I'm probably building them too close together, not leaving any room for monuments. But I think there's enough room to squeeze a statue monument here. Like if I manually place it, they all have the ability to have a monument there. I should leave some extra room, because I also need to handle waste and everything. I need to build them further apart. I need to give myself some extra space. But from a general concept, if I do, let me smooth out the hill first. Get this back nice and tidy looking. Okay, so this is what I had. I'm gonna go put an extra building width in there. Hello, Drill Truth. Yep, Darth Vader, the Darth Vader statue. The small Darth Vader statue. Or, well, the large one in concrete. But yeah, this will give us room for waste storage next to the buildings. I'm not sure if we can get a footpath in here. If the storage is still in place, I think it will prevent that. Yes. But we can put the small one here. Barely, but yes, we could have a small waste storage next to each building. Or I just offset the footpath to one side, like this one. Make this the next lane, the next footpath here, and then I can have large waste storages on this side, which is I think what I'm going to go with. Let me smoothen out the hill again. Somehow my buildings were not correctly centered anymore. And then we still have 130 meters, but yeah, everyone in this residential area will have to walk to the bus stop first before they can go wherever they need to. But once they're down in this area, they'll either get picked up by a bus and carried over to the other side, or just find a place to do whatever they need to in this area. There was probably going to be a way for them to get to this shopping center in either case. So once we have another footpath go over here, all of them should be in range. (200, 300, 450 workers here with these buildings, which is exactly what the technical university needs. So actually we can fit a decent amount of workers on this hill with this method. It's just a little bit awkward to place, but it might look very neat once it's completed. Just click it twice to flatten it. I think I only need to build like one instead of 2. And then I have room for a statue or a monument. It's gonna be statues. And then there's the potential for a footpath going past here. Which will hook up said monument. So we have waste, we have some loyalty. They have very high range. I don't know if I need that many. Okay, no, they only have 90, but they have a high loyalty influence. 90 meters is not that much, but they will cover each other, so that's nice. Not sure how far down the residential buildings are gonna go. That statue is in between these two, so in between these two. No greenery for that hillside. At least not yet. Now the shopping center is in range of everyone. Presumably they're gonna go to the shopping center first and then they can try to go anywhere else. Maybe that's how this is going to work. I also can have a diagonal footpath, shortening the travel routes here a little bit. Down to 360 meters now. Then we have another row of buildings and another row, and on this side as well, because, well, shopping center and everything is in range. Could also have some right here and hook them up directly to this side. Then they would have waste, they would have loyalty boosting, statues, monuments. Maybe just a simple footpath in between. I don't know. This all remains to be built. Once I click build, this is going to get constructed because... No, it's not hooked up. Okay. Let's put that in place. Yeah, maybe we can make efficient use of the hill that way. Have all the residential buildings up here. And develop our town this way. Small shopping center here with the people living on downward slopes. I don't know. I don't want to make Messina that large. But I guess we could have another town up here as well. This would be far enough away from Messina. Just have a village up here, and if we start researching cableways, at some point we could carry workers down from here to somewhere. I don't know if there's any resources up here. There's no oil. There's an iron deposit. So yeah, we could have a town for an iron mine up here. And a coal mine. But that would create a lot of pollution. So much coal. Yeah, there's enough coal. Lots of coal potential. We do need the overlay for our resources at some point. I can't keep looking for things manually. It's getting slightly annoying. But yeah, that should be like a decent chunk of workers to fill this area up. Maybe enough to get it started. Still have to plan for the heating plant. Still have to plan for water and sewage and electricity. Maybe Messina is also going to run a power plant. Coal power plant wouldn't be the worst to start with. I assume we don't have that much electric consumption. We are sharing the workload between two foreign substations. So around 6 megawatts, 7 megawatts even. Yeah. A coal power plant would satisfy the power demand we currently have, so that would be no problem. First new residential building has filled up, second one has started filling up, and the third one is being built right now, so waste handling is in place for both of them. Happiness is okay, loyalty is decent. Seems okay. Town over here. Starting up well. We're going to copy the schedules over from this distribution office, so we have our sources assigned. And then we're going to unassign everything to Seni and not the cold storage, that one is a source, but all of the delivery locations. Okay. Oil tanker. 2 cover tower. And that's it. No, that's not it. A dump truck. There's nothing in range here for them to pick up people having emergencies into a clinic that doesn't have anyone. So we can get one already. We do already have electricity, so we can already move all of the resources into their respective buildings. What I don't have is a gas station in this area. I will build one because this is quite far away. And then have another gas station next to the intersection, which will need electricity. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good idea to have one over here. Move a medium voltage power line over there. Doesn't have to be a large one. Could use the smallest one, because the gas station only requires electricity for the fuel pump. And I don't really have anything else planned in the area. Of course, there might be a factory or industry at some point, but not right now. So we're going to use the smallest of wires. And we're going to run along the road over here. No. I want a line here. Okay. That way we have 2 gas stations. One of them can be supplied by Duseni and Slopolatsk, so the supply over here is not in range of fuel. We shouldn't have crazy problems. I did not build a waste storage for this area. Convenient. We're out of money. Electronics import, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're building a lot right now. Relatively. It's a small town, but it is still being built. Didn't export anything this month. We even lost money last month. I guess we have to wait for another fuel or clothing export to happen. Not fuel, food, clothing, alcohol export. Alcohol is close. Food is currently not set to export, and we haven't made a delivery of clothing to our warehouse yet. Should do that soon. It's almost ready. What have we been importing this year? Steel, electronics, fuel, mechanical, chemical, meat. We did not import any citizen goods other than meat, which is something we aren't producing. Are you out of clothing? No, you just had a small capacity issue. So, meat, we're not making ourselves yet. With the 3 extra farms, that is definitely a possibility. We will have so many crops that we can easily make meat production happen. And that will be a nice thing for another small village, because meat production is basically a butcher that has like 2 people in it. because the butcher is really effective. Slaughterhouse. 150 tons of livestock per day with 50 workers, so 15 tons of livestock for 5 workers would make 6 tons of meat a day. And we've been consuming how much? How much meat import did we have this year? 107. So we need less than 10 tons of meat a month. And this is per day, not per month. So very high production capacity. If we can run one of these full time, then we have enough meat for anything basically. And all we need is an import for crops. I'm not going to put that on the Caminari factory area. Would be funny though. I think this is going to be a situation where a distribution office is going to bring crops into a grain silo. If we have one of these, the old school grain silos, that would be 20 days of like supply for a fully run livestock farm. 20 tons times 20, sorry, 40 days. And I think that would be enough. Might have more than one of these though, and it would require 150 workers for each livestock farm, plus a tiny amount of workers in the slaughterhouse. I haven't seen anyone run a slaughterhouse at full productivity. If you can supply that much livestock to a slaughterhouse, making the livestock yourself, then I would say you have a lot of livestock farms. Last residential structure has been constructed. Nice chunk of people. Should mean more workers in the food factory and distillery. And we're out of crops. So maybe now is the time where no, we're out of crops not because of the trains, but because we don't have any crops anymore. As smart as that sounds. We're basically waiting for harvest season. Let me hook up the farms where they are not hooked up yet. Thank you for the autosave. That one, I don't know, dirt road for now. Might have to put in a few trees to make this look not as drab. And they are all hooked up. Still have to put in fields for farm number 3. But once farm number 2 is up, or if farm number 1 decides to, they can start sowing these fields. It has assigned itself to some of them. I don't know how the assignment system for farms works, if it will like share the fields with them. I don't think it does. Like, I think each farm can only be each field can only be assigned to one farm. Rail line is hooked up. That signal should be over here. Okay. And that one hasn't been fully constructed yet, so I'll have to get the rail construction office here once more. But yeah, we can already change the signals to what they need to be, I think. Nah, let's wait. Let's wait until the train gets here. That's a chain signal, can be closer. And yeah, then just fix these two signals. Probably remove that one. No, actually we don't need to. Yeah, should be fine. Is that one fine? The train can't really wait here, so it doesn't matter. Signal can also be here. There's no train allowed to wait on this block at all, so there can't be a train on these road segments or these road segments. And the same is true here, doesn't matter. No train allowed waiting in this or this area, so these signals are obsolete anyway. And these ones are too. This one is wrong even. I do need to get a road over to this side and hook it up to this one, so I can have fields on this area. Probably have to set up a free road depot so I can smoothen out this area a little bit. I guess I have an excavator in here somewhere. How did you get stuck? Confused. Weren't you like trying to travel that way and then I don't know. How did you go here if you wanted to build this rail track? Oh, I need to remove that signal. My bad. I put that one back in while you were traveling here and then you got confused. That is on me. Try again. This time it should work. Yeah, we need more fertilizer. I think the fertilizer is not working right now. We do have a lot of fertilizer in here, but it's not being moved into the farm, I don't think. So, we'll keep a tiny amount of fertilizer being delivered. No biological waste, I don't think. Just a tiny amount, and when it starts using fertilizer, it might pull all the fertilizer in here as well. I don't know. Maybe it's just waiting for everything to be turned into fertilizer before it starts using it, which wouldn't be ideal for us. So yeah, let's bring fertilizer back here, make sure that the farms keep operating as they should. And there's our construction train turning around by itself. And with the corrected signal, or the removed signal I should say, it will not have a problem. Alright. It is June, so sowing season is over. But we can fill up our farm. We have 7 harvesters, we have 5 tractors, and the rest is trucks. Do we have better ones? Yes, but they're not as fast on the road. And I think since our fields are slightly further spread apart, travel speed kinda matters a little bit. So we're gonna go with these still. 5 of them, 7 harvesters, and the rest covered hull trucks. And then wait until we have money again, I guess. So we're ready for next sowing season / harvest season. customs house is also very conveniently located right next door. I should probably also give them electricity. And then they only need electricity for fuel pumps. So we can all combine them into a medium voltage switch and then run that over to our transformer, question mark? Yes, we still have 2 connections left. So this one is covered by the substation over here, which is also responsible for the incinerator and an unloading station. But for the other ones I don't need that much electricity. So we are going to plan for a lower amount of electricity. Probably around along the rail line, maybe? Or next to the road. I'm worried it's gonna mess up the field though. So I think rail track is gonna be where we are gonna go. That'll provide electricity, so the internal fuel pumps will work and we don't have to set up a gas station. We'll need to bring fuel here, but yeah, that's the least of our worries. Is it sharing? No. But it seems like that farm has like taken over responsibilities of some of the fields now. So they seem to be auto-balancing themselves, which is good. Then I don't have to mess with anything and they should be handling all the volume of the fields that I'm throwing at them. Still have to develop more fields over here. We do need to finish up the grain silo, otherwise we're gonna run into storage issues pretty soon. The farm cannot hold that much. We have like less than a month until the first few fields start harvesting. Okay, do we have enough trucks in here? Oh yeah, I had enough money. Okay, just waiting a little bit. Could fill that up. Also need to bring in fertilizer. Not gonna mess with these ones. Just testing my fertilizer stuff. Probably going to run biological waste here and turning it into fertilizer somewhere else, and then dropping the fertilizer here to be distributed. But yeah, our fuel distribution office can be assigned to bring fuel and liquid fertilizer to these. And as soon as we have electricity, they will start doing that. Solid fertilizer can be unloaded without electricity. We should be able to set up all the signals towards this area up to this point. This is a larger junction. This is going to be a chain signal still. We haven't set up any signals on that area yet. Gonna be back soon, and these ones are already in place. Okay. So here. Don't need these. They have to be mixed. Come on, let me place it. Thank you. Too close to the building, I think. Okay. Get rid of these snapping points. Okay, and that sets up these signals as well. I guess I could also remove these ones. Since they're chain in both directions, doesn't really matter. Actually, it's a benefit to remove them, I think. Can cause less issues. Okay, where's the dump truck? Not doing anything. Coal supply into here to 50%. I did not want to assign the police station. I thought I assigned the pub. Might as well get a fire truck, I guess. Fire ladder, sure, why not? The pub hasn't been constructed yet. I also still need a meat truck in this area. Might as well order one right now and be prepared. We do have our first proper vehicle depot in the area. So let's get the refrigerated truck here. Then we can assign it later on. But yeah, still needs to be constructed. This area still needs a lot of planning. I think I'll like the way the hill is gonna look. I might have to slightly curve it to match the rotation of the hill, so I don't just keep going like this in that orientation, but like try to match the curvature of the hill. So it will have to slowly start angling along this way. But for the center area going straight over, this is gonna work well. There's not gonna be anything special in here. This looks like it's also rotating in different directions, so these footpaths these footpaths will not happen that way. So we'll come over here and then go this direction. At least it worked out nicely over here, and we could have one more road. If we decide to move the road part. But I'll leave the road part here and probably add some trees. Don't want to make the hillside too high density. There's going to be a soccer field and some open sports facility on top. But that's about it. Also need a new high voltage connection, probably upgrading from 13 megawatts to the next highest level, maybe even higher. 15, 14. These versus these, so I think I like the last ones better. Yeah, could go for 50 megawatts, I guess. That's the wrong removal tool. We will need a technical service for the area, I'm pretty sure. Also need waste storage for the inmates. But I think that's gonna be outside. And also handle all of the residential buildings, so... Well, if it reaches, looks like it doesn't reach. Unfortunate. Why doesn't it reach? It's very close. Okay, so there will be a waste storage for the prisons outside the gates, I think. Didn't really leave myself much room here. Yes, outside the gates. And then one for the citizens. Probably two, one on each side. Water, sewage, waste. Also need a distribution office handling everything. Distribution office could, not distribution office, technical service, which we can put here, I think. I don't remember if technical services can catch fire. I don't actually remember if I ever seen one on fire. Power lines everywhere. And get that built as well. We'll keep the asphalt road clean. We'll take waste away from Slopolatsk and bring drinking water to the area. So one truck for water, one for sewage, 3 or 4 for waste, probably 3, and then the rest snowplows. Now we have the pump. I guess I could also go ahead and disable the fire happening and fire extinguished warnings, because I'm not gonna react to them until something actually burns down. Almost done with the grain storage, very nice. Should be ready for harvest season. And then we also need to... I guess for the first harvest season we don't need to do anything. I might still want to build a very large grain storage, because what I could do, like these all have rail connections, which is nice, but you could take these and then hook them up to a rail cargo station, and you can think about how many crops that could be. We do need another village responsible for a fire station with our managing our crop storage pretty much. So I can centralize all the crop deliveries to that area from the farms, and then from that crop storage I can bring to individual factories like I do with Kaminari factory area. That way I don't need to have multiple trains set up to multiple crop storages. So I do need a grain silo area, which could go into here. There's a decent chunk of room. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough space, but it looks like it might. It doesn't have to be close to anything. It's all going to be a rail-based delivery. I guess this space is also free. We have 2 train lines coming down here, 2 roads. There's no crossing over that, but yeah, we would have Kaminari factory supply from this area. The crops get delivered along the rail track over here. and then our grain storage located here. Just to see what that would look like. So we have our cargo train station, accessible to anyone from either side. Probably in the center. The village name is Sigadoara. Okay. And then on here, lots and lots of grain silos. Don't need a rail connection for them, just grain silo without. But we need to keep them safe from fires. We need to leave room so the fire trucks may enter. This might be something for a very large fire station, so we could have a town handling the worker supply for one of these. Group them like sunbeams? No, that would look silly. So like one like this, then the next one like this, and oh my god, that might actually work. I don't know. That would look weird. I was thinking of like one like this and then the other one facing it, so that they could share the roads. Making them spread out like a sun. I don't know. It would be great, yeah, kinda. Oh man. Handling this building is really laggy. I think the game is probably trying to, yeah, when you get close, it's really laggy because I think it's trying to do a lot of factory connections at once. Yeah, if I hold the control key, it's very smooth, but if I do this, not that great. Okay, let's see. I have to flip that around. Maybe if I built them far away from the center, I could have a loop. No, I can't have a loop. I was thinking a loop across the factory connections and then I could spread out the vehicles from there, but I can't do that. I don't think our sunbeam strategy is gonna work, especially since it's gonna cost a lot of space. Yeah, the game's trying to do a lot of calculations. That's probably too far. Don't tell me we have to use sunbeam strats. Oh god. But the concept is having a centralized grain storage. And then a village that keeps fire safety operational. I'm probably gonna put that in a place where it can only enter from one side, so we don't have like a drive-through station, but a terminal station, I think it's called. Terminus station. Might have to get vehicles here to flatten things. But this is for the future, I think. But I think it's gonna happen before Messina. It's gonna be easier to set up. It's just gonna be a lot of construction, but there's not gonna be a lot of people living there. This could be the place, I guess. The storage nested in here with the with the grain silos poking out the sides. Rail access and a town with a fire station in range. Has to be that way. Otherwise the train lines don't connect. Hello, funny dude. Welcome. Where be the city? All over the place. Let me show you around. I'm just putting in a grain storage for the future. But in this run, I'm forcing myself to only have access to one research per settlement, so we're building a lot of individual towns, villages, etc. We started in Korno area, with Vulcanedeni being our first town area, also getting a rail construction office, and having a farm nearby, plus our initial incinerator, which started us off. We moved further over to the west, setting up a small village, Kribosia, that handles gravel production, which is hooked up to the rail network. That's all they are doing. They also have the repair station for trains running here. And then there's a very small village, which just needs to be constructed. Very small village, Wawkawicz, handling the production of our lumber for the nation, which we're using during any construction project. Almavari was our first endeavor into something a little bit more serious industry-wise. It was intended as a mining town for coal ore, but we had to upgrade it with 2 coal ore processing plants because it was outputting too much coal ore. And now we have a steady coal supply here for our nation, which gets used in a variety of ways, mostly heating, but some other ones as well. 3 farms over here. Farm 1 has been the staple of our republic for a while. It was a small farm in the beginning, has been upgraded to a large farm, and 2 more large farms are being built as we speak, hopefully ready for next year. I hope we can finish this construction, because I do need the farm to start harvesting. Then we developed further inwards, Rzeszów, relatively large village, small town, and the only task for Zhezhov was running the scrapping facility, so they're mostly not doing anything. But if we have a vehicle or a train to be scrapped, they're on the case and doing that. So that's all they are doing, pretty much. What did we build next? Was it Brospin? I think we developed down here first. I'm not actually sure what the... I'm not sure anymore which way we went first. I think we went first to Brospin. Brospin was our attempt to get medical research. So this whole town setup is only to run our medical university, which allowed us to get some medical research. We don't have any quote-unquote unlock right now, so I can't research anything. But we did unlock the increase in birth rate, so if we need more people, I could trigger that. We don't need more right now. Mormosk and Dubasalia were constructed at the same time. Mormosk handling our cement plant. We don't need a lot of workers here, but we do need a lot of... I don't know. I just went with it like if we have a lot of... If we at some point have a lot of coal and gravel, mostly gravel, we could start producing cement for export. Right now it's just, we needed a cement plant and that I went with the largest one. Dubasalia I constructed because I wanted to start producing our own iron, in the hopes that starting to export iron ore or iron would drive down the price of steel, and it did not really. So Dubasalia supplies workers to the iron mine on top of the hill with an iron ore processing plant. And that's then carried down here to a train station for export. We're not doing anything with iron ourselves because a steel mill would require research and we don't have that. We are working on a technical university though. Brospin has a heating plant area with a storage of a variety of resources for our citizens, warehouses with food, alcohol, etc. And surrounding villages are picking up from here. There's also all of the construction materials available on this area, plus coal deliveries and gravel are made as well. Sasalis, a small village, low quality residential area that is running our bricks factory. So we are using the coal to make our own bricks and don't have to import them as well. And then we come to our latest development, which was, we started with Singriopol and Kamenari in the same vein. Singriopol is a very small village, which's only purpose is to man the fire station, so that our food, alcohol and clothing storages for our republic do not burn down. So they are only here to basically prevent this this train station and this rail distribution office from burning down. At the same time, we started building Kamenari because we needed to earn money and become a little bit more self-sufficient with citizen goods. And the purpose of this town is the Kamenari factories area, where we have a train station, and started building a food factory and a distillery. So we're producing our own food, we're producing our own alcohol with workers from Kamenari. At some point I decided I also wanted my own clothing. So on the right side we have a clothing factory with its own bus stop, and the workers from there for that are coming from Duseni. So Duseni is just supplying workers to the clothing factory area. Each village has its own heating plant pretty much. And last up, what we are developing and building right now is Slopolatsk, which is another small-ish village, town area. It's not a small, I guess it's a small town, larger-ish village. And the goal of that village is to house 2 prisons. So they are going to take care of the prison population. So we can centralize that. Nothing else in this area. And then, at some point, Messina, which is going to be in the middle of the map, is going to house our technical university. That's the plan I have for this area. with a tunnel going through the mountain to this side and the residential area being spread across the hill around this. So I wanted to see if I could make a town with a residential area going across a hilltop. I'm still in the planning phase for that. Right now I'm waiting for the construction of Slopolatsk. And last but not least, when you came in, what I was designing was Sigadora. And that's supposed to be a small village handling a fire station to keep our crops safe. So I'm thinking of having a large train station with a large array of grain silos here to store our crops from anywhere in the Republic in a central location. And then the industries can pick up from here. That is the Republic 1994, starting on hard difficulty plus the challenge of only one research per settlement. And that's why we have a lot of settlements. Looks like we don't have enough gravel delivery here. Let's get another dump truck. Yeah, let's replace those dump trucks. They're not cutting it. Let's scrap them and get some large, fast dump trucks instead. That's why the grain silos were probably slow with construction, because they didn't get enough concrete in time. Can you please finish that construction? I would like to harvest and bring the harvest in. We still should have enough time, but I think there's a lot of harvest in the fields right now. But thankfully the farms are balancing themselves, so this one is not doing too much, whereas this one is pulling in all the harvest right now. Almost done with the construction though. Once the bus arrives with more than one worker. Well, 55 is a lot, but the construction of the grain silos almost done. And yeah, there's a lot of crops that we need for our industry area. That's why 2 new farms have been built. I need to plaster the hillside with farms. I need to plaster this area with farms and this area, and hopefully we can have a nice steady supply of crops for our Republic. We might need another area for crops in the future, but this should be a good start. And I guess that's the showcase of the Republic as of now. And right now I'm trying to place our grain storage area, which would be a lot of grain silos. And I realized that I might need to bring excavators and bulldozers into the area before I can start flattening it, so let me set up the rail network and the road network as it may be. So what I'm thinking for these is I want to leave at least 2 areas, two lanes, I don't know what they're called, 2 lines for crop deliveries, so the distribution offices may go in there. But then also at least 2 lines for pickup location. I need to make sure that not all 6 lanes get filled with trains trying to pick up resources. 2 of them should be distribution office exclusive, kinda. So we'll also need a distribution office in the area pretty much to pull all the crops in. And it's not going to do anything else but move crops into this area. I should get excavators and bulldozers here. Let me move a dirt road into the close vicinity. Just with a road depot. It doesn't need to be a construction office. I haven't built that road yet, so I guess we'll have to do that. Gotta build the road first, and then we can get some vehicles here. And then we have to build a star-shaped pattern for grain silos with a village nearby manning a fire station with at least, I think, 3 firefighting vehicles and enough people to man them. So probably 60 workers. So 180 workers should be fine. It's not going to be very large. But it will need its own police station, shopping center, etc. But since it's close to Prospin, it can just drive around here to pick up all the resources. And the village will probably be in this area or on the entrance somewhere. Okay, first delivery of clothing to our storage area. Already got picked up again. But at least we have clothing now, right? Yes. So, we're producing enough clothing. The next one might go to export, we'll see. Someone was having a breakdown here. You're not looking too hot. You're a very old vehicle. You're 31 years old. You should go to automatic vehicle replacement, since we have it set to 60% wear and tear and above 15 years. But let me make sure you're actually getting replaced with the correct vehicle. Yes, you are. Sort by wear and tear. Oh, we have ones that are even higher wear and tear. You're the last surviving one. Well, congratulations, but you're gonna get repaired. You're gonna get recycled. That repair station is stuck. Without service vehicle. They are all bugged out. I don't know when that happens, but things are stuck right now, so we have to fix them. Let's check our other repair stations. If the vehicles are having issues. Nope, seems to be fine. Seems to be fine. And that one doesn't have a repair station. I find the challenge of having to set up multiple settlements quite interesting, and I think it also makes for neatly looking setups, like a lot of different development styles. I usually play with like 1 or 2 cities for a very long time, so this was very nice and mixed things up, and I'm probably gonna keep using that. Okay, how's the harvest looking? Grain silo's finally up. So the farm might have assigned itself to some more fields. And we're bringing all the harvest in. Excellent. I'll probably get one of the trains and move it over to the other grain storage. That way we're going to make use of both of the grain storages without requiring our centralized grain storage system and distribution. And the third farm is when we actually will need the centralized method. I guess I did leave myself room for 3 trains on the Kaminari factory area, so I guess we could have a third train running to this one. I will need more fields though. I think those farms are not even close to capacity. This is gonna look very grid-like, because it is. We have some quarried stone in the area. How far up do I want to go with the mountain? Probably one more. Those poor little tractors. We'll have to travel all the way up here. Yeah, I wanted to build a road around here. We do have an excavator now. Hello Molly B. Danny, welcome. Yeah, we'll have to develop that area with an excavator. Large-scale farming operations. I might replace these with like medium-sized fields because I think maybe the large ones are a little bit too much for this hillside now. So we'll close it off with some medium fields instead. Maybe that'll look better. We'll see. Yeah, shouldn't go all the way up, I think. I think this will be fine. I don't know if we need name tags once the roads are in place, but until then... This is getting quite busy. Bunch of small fields. set the auto search range to 3 kilometers. And then see if they balance themselves out. Still no electricity here. Unfortunate. Should be coming soon though. I'm just waiting on workers. Prioritize that. Okay. This would be ready to have people move in, I think. I guess the last few things missing are water and sewage. Gas station is not urgent because we have one over here. That one can already receive some fuel from this distribution office. But it'll also have a shared responsibility with this one. So they can take care of that together. We'll also need this distribution of this technical service to handle water, sewage, and garbage in the area. But yeah, people would be ready to move in if those things were solved. We can bring meat over because we have electricity. Only 1 ton of meat can be stored, but should still be okay. At some point, meat deliveries will be picked up in the area anyway when we have our train station set up for Messina. It's just gonna take a while. You have a bus, right? In... what was it? Here. Unfinished road, sure. Anyone coming here? Yes. 2 buses. Okay, we'll have electricity, and then fuel supply can be made. Just a little bit worried about the repair station maybe getting a little bit too busy, but the farm vehicles, I think we're going to be able to handle that. Should be manageable. Tractors getting in the solid fertilizer to increase fertility. Very good. We should get a lot of crops next year. Did we already use up all of the crops? My god. I somehow don't believe that. Did we really? Production this year only 5,600. Okay, we had a little bit of an issue with like fertility not being as high as it should be because I was messing around with the solid fertilizer. But yeah, we're consuming all of the crops already. So our industries are gonna stop working unless I give them more crops. So I would need to trigger an import and bring some crops into the farms. I guess if I have 10% of crops in there, that wouldn't be the worst. Load crops. Farm, grain storage. Pause, 10%. So no more crop exports for now. Also 10% into that one. And then the last one after. That should leave a baseline of crops available. We'll have to do that until we centralize our crop storage to make our industry keep running. And crops should be cheap to import. But yeah, we're working on producing enough for ourselves. Let's see what one train load would cost once the cement is unloaded. That's very cheap. That's fine. Yeah, we can import crops. That's about as much as we get for export 5 years ago, so we'll be fine. I think next time we can start moving people in here. The technical service, water, sewage are the last things that are holding us up. Once they are in place. We have to wait for some people, and yeah, then we can drop them in. I don't think we have any problems, right? All of our villages, towns are fine. I haven't checked in a while for our prison system or the courthouses. Yeah, they're fine. I will have to set up a dedicated town or small village handling a courthouse, or just integrate that into Messina, so we have one large courthouse in Messina, which would make sense on the other side of the hill once the tunnels have been constructed. That would work well. We also need bus routes here to bring workers to Kaminari or Brospin. We have to carry them to Brospin because they do need to keep a university education in this area. All our vehicle depots are already occupied. Well, shucks. This road is finishing up at some point. We have 2 road depots over here, and I don't know where the other ones are. Would need to go hunt for them. Maybe we can also set up the train connection to the western border, get a tunneling machine and Actually, I didn't want to use a tunneling machine. I wanted to go across the mountain. Where was it? Past Messina, right? Yeah, along this route here. And then through here into Carousali. And that's our only three-way border connection for trains on the western border. The other ones are single or none. Single rail lines or none. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now, for today. I am ready for a break, and I don't think I'm gonna stream again today, but I don't know yet. Probably not. We did a lot. We planned Messina, still a while away until we can start construction of that city. We almost finished Slopotlatsk. We shall have people move in there next time, I'm pretty sure. Either people waiting to move into a residential area or just migrating some people over from a town that is doing fine. And then we shall pay close attention to it, because we disabled all warning messages, so hopefully nothing bad happens. And also next time, set up Segadoara, our centralized crop storage for the nation, which we will build in a star pattern next to a village which just handles the fire trucks, similar to Singriopol. That one does it for food, alcohol and clothing, and Segadoara will do it for the crops. So we're just centralizing our crop storage more than food, alcohol and clothing, because I think if we have enough production capacity, then we can just produce the resources as needed, rather than having huge quantities of like clothing, alcohol, etc. lying around. But then again, we might also set up another storage area, especially with the one for Messina being like coming up soon. It will be a relatively large storage area for those resources in this area. Another centralized storage hub. Relatively far away from the lake, because that one's not going to be a very nice area to live. But yeah, we have to see where we put that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will probably be back tomorrow. Can't promise anything right now because of work, etc. But I'm really happy with how this is going. Like, it's 1994, it's not too far into the game yet, and we've already developed quite a sprawling network to the center of the map. And I don't think it looks too bad. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I wish you a good start to your week. Have a good Monday afternoon, Monday evening, wherever you are. Take care. Wish you all the best. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.